Hello, my name is Christopher, and today I'm going to show you how to install passwordpusher on Portainer. So, a little bit about this series is I'm going to go over our home lab, so installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So, if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. Hello, just wanted to pop in here real quick and tell you about your community options in the Big Bear community. You can join our discourse, which is our forum, or you can join our Discord. So join those both. And when you join, ask questions, answer questions if you can. I'm really trying to build a helpful and supportive tech community. So let's get back to your video. So this is what I'll be installing today, passwordpusher. It's open source and it's available to see on GitHub. So it securely shares a sensitive information with automatic expiration and deletion after a set number of views or duration. Track who, what, and when with full audit logs. Here's some screenshots of it. And that's what we'll be installing today. So I'll be starting on Big Bear Video Assets, and there will be a link on YouTube description to get to this. And I'm going to go over to the search and type password. And then now you see how to install passwordpusher on Portainer right here. I'm going to go down to the Docker Compose. So services, and then the first service underneath the services is called Big Bear PW Push. Same with the container name right here, a Big Bear PW Push. And this is so Docker does not have to generate a random name. And then the image right here, so this is coming off of Docker by default because there's no error before this. This is the Docker image right here. And then this is the Docker image tag. The restart policy is set to unless stop. So that means if you stop it for any reason, it will not try to restart, but if it fails any other reason, then it will try to restart. And then the environment variables right here. So we have the database URL, which this container right here connects to the database servers down here. So it's a username, password, host, port, and then the database. So this is the service name, and that rhymes with this right here. So now the expirations, the password expiration settings, which is the default settings, you can change these if you'd like. The volumes down here. So this is a local volume that's defined down here. So that's on the host side, and then on the container side is here. So opt passwordpusher storage, and then it's set to read write. So the ports right here, so 5100 is on the host side. If this does collide with another port on your host, you can change it. And then on the container side is 5100. Do not change the container side. So the networks, so Big Bear PW Push network, and that's defined down here. Wait, no, right here, I mean, as a bridge network. So this makes it to where you can use the service name up here, and then it's in the same networks. These services are all in the same network, a Big Bear PW Push network. So now I'm going to go down to the next service underneath this one right here. So we're in the services, and then that was the first service, and then now the second service is Big Bear PW Push DB, which is the database, and this is where the data is stored. So the container name is called Big Bear PW Push DB, and same with this. This is so Docker does not have to generate a random name. And then the image is coming off of Docker by default because there's no year before this. This is the Docker image right here. And then this is the Docker image tag. Restart policy is set to unless stopped. So that means if you stop it for any reason, it will not try to restart. But if it fails any other reason, do not try to restart. And then the port mapping is 3306 on the host side. And then on the container side is 3306. The environment variables down here, so MariaDB user, the password, the database, and then it did generate a random password for the root. So these environment variables should rhyme with up here, the database string right here. So the volumes, Big Bear PW pushed a DB. That's a volume that's defined right here. That's on the host side, and then on the container side is varlib MySQL. Do not change the container side. Now networks, so Big Bear PW push network. That's the same network, and it's defined right here. So the volumes, and then the networks. So I'm going to go ahead and copy raw file. And then I'm going to go over my Portainer and get this installed. So I'm going to start on my Portainer, and I'm going to go to local, and then stacks, and then add stack up here. And I'm going to name this passwordpusher. And then I'm going to come down here to the web editor. I'm going to paste in what we copied from Big Bear Video Assets. Now, once we do that, we should be good to go. So I'm going to go down here to deploy the stack. And what this is doing is it's download the Docker Engine registry, getting extracted, and getting it up with a Docker Compose underneath because it's easy using the Docker Engine. It's also setting up the networks and the local volumes. So it looks like we got it up and running. Hello, I just wanted to pop in here real quick and tell you how much I appreciate all my subscribers and also you watching this video. So, it takes a lot of time to make all these videos and also maintaining all the open source projects that go along with all these videos. So, like Big Bear Cost OS, Big Bear Video Assets, Big Bear Scripts, they all take almost daily maintenance. So, if you would, please consider donating. Very much appreciate it, and it helps me continue to be able to help as many people as possible be able to do all this. So my goals in each one of these videos and each one of the things that I make is to make it extremely easy for anybody to do it, and it takes a lot of time to make that happen. So if you would, please consider donating, and also you can join the Big Bear Club and continue donating. So thank you very much, and let's get back to your video. So now I'm going to go over what we just installed. So I'm going to go to local and then the stack down here and go into the stack. So you have stack details up here. So your actions, stop the stack, delete the stack, create template from the stack. And you also have duplication / migration. You can see the containers in the stack right here. So we have a Big Bear PW push, which is the main service. And then we have the database down here, which is the MariaDB. You can go over here to editor and you can edit the Docker Compose. And then once you do that, you can come down here to update the stack. Click it. And now if you wanted to pull fresh a Docker image tags off the registry, like if you're using the latest tag, you would turn that on and then press update, and then it'll re-pull the image. So now you can cancel. And now if you go into the containers, the container action, so start, stop, kill, restart, pause, resume, remove, recreate, duplicate, edit. And then the container status down here, so the ID and the name, the status, and created, the start time. You can see the logs right here. It's great for debugging. You can inspect, stats, console, attach, the access control, and then the create image, the container details, which is the image, and then the port configuration. The left side is the host, the right side is the container, the command, the entry point, the environment variables right here, and then the labels, the restart policy, and I would change that inside of your Docker Compose, not here. The volumes down here, so the host and the path in the container. The connected networks, so we created a network inside the Docker Compose, so it's right here. If we go back to the containers, you'll see Big Bear a PW push a DB. You can go in here, and it's the same actions, the container status. Everything's almost the same except the image, the port configuration, the command, the entry point, the environment variables right here, and then the labels, the restart policies, and then volumes, the connected networks. So both of those services are in the same network, so they communicate with each other. So that's a little bit about the Portainer's UI and how this app is installed. So now I'm going to go to the UI and see if it works. So I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to go to the IP and the port, which is the IP to your Portainer, and then the port. So I'm going to go to it. And now you can see that we're inside the UI. So you can enter a password right here, and then you can change the expiration days, and you can change the expiration views right here. And you can also see the settings down here. So use a one-click or retrieval step, allow immediate deletion. You can also put a passphrase right here. So I'm going to just say password, and then I'm going to go ahead and push. Now you'll get a URL to go to, and you can also see a QR code, and you can print and share. So I'm going to go to this URL right here. And now once you go to this URL, you can see click here to proceed. Click here, put your passphrase in, and go. And now you can see the password. And you can copy to clipboard. You can delete this secret link now. It's got 4 days or 2 more views, whichever occurs first. So we can just say delete now, delete, and it's gone. So if we go back over here, you can generate a password as well. So you can generate a random one. So that's a little bit about the passwordpusher UI. So I just went over step by step on getting passwordpusher running on Portainer. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or any community support, you can go down to the Big Bear community and join our forum. There's a link in the YouTube description. So stay tuned for more.